Hey guys, happy Saturday! So hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Saturday wherever you are. And I'm coming on just like a half an hour earlier today because I have to leave for an acupuncture appointment since got to continue taking care of myself, especially because I'm super busy right now, not having literally enough time for much. So, but I enjoy hanging out with you guys. So this is like a downtime for me. Like, I can rest now. So yeah, that's a little bit later. So I have to pop off at 11. So I wanted to make sure I had a nice solid hour with you guys. And I just realized my hair is doing this like flippy thing. But it's been a consistently in the 90s degrees Fahrenheit here, so it's pretty warm. So I just want to keep all my hair off my neck and everything because yes. And my tea is steeping right now. I decided because I am trying to take some care of myself. It's like my green mushroom matcha tea with rose petal from my garden. And hey, Lori's here. Hey. So yeah, I got this actually brand new mug from Target. It's massive. Like, look at this mug. It's literally like a tea kettle for all my tea because I love me some tea. So that's burning right now. So I'm gonna wait for that to cool off. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well. I hope well, depending on the hemisphere that you're in. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, well, I guess it depends on where in the northern hemisphere, because it's burning over here and we are not seeing any sort of fall or autumn at all. It's still like in the dog days of summer over here. But in other places I know that the seasons are starting to transition to the cooler months, and in the southern hemisphere it's starting to cook up over there. So hopefully everybody's staying nice and cool down there. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to pop on, talk to you guys, maybe do talk a little bit about self-care, since that's something that I'm trying to enact for myself right now, because I'm very busy. And hello Green Owl, alo. So yeah, I got a lot going on. I was telling one of my besties, I said, okay, so this was my Thursday. I said I had a rehearsal on Thursday, for Romeo and Juliet. And all of next week, it's like a 1 week rehearsal for Pirates of Penzance, and then it's a performance on Sunday. But we have a week off for Romeo and Juliet. So in my week off, I'm going to be doing a different opera. So yeah, I was like, okay, so I got off of work around 3 o'clock because I was grading papers and things like that. And then I drove to the gym and, oh, thank you, Lori. Drove to the gym, found out, I was like, okay, I don't have a whole lot of time to work out, so I decided to do just like a HIIT workout, high intensity interval training workout, for about like 15-20 minutes. And I was like, okay. Then I raced home. As soon as I got home, I knew that the trash comes Friday morning, and I wouldn't have time to put the cans up on our street later. So I'm like jumping out of my truck, jogging to go get my cans, jogging them up my driveway, putting them on top of the street. And I'm like, oh crap, I still gotta water the yard, So I just watered like the main plants because I didn't have time to water the whole yard. So it was like 5 minutes of watering. I'm like, okay, drink up. Okay, whew. And then I like jogged back in the house, and I was like, okay, I gotta take a shower. So quick, trying to take like a 5-minute shower, and then I was like looking at my watch. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go. So I'm like, sorry, Loki, Wally, can't really hang out with you guys. So I like swapped them out, because we don't leave them out together when we're not there. They're not really ready for that. So I switched one out from one room and, put the other one away, and the other one has like rule of the house. And then I'm like, okay, quick fed both of them. And then like, I was like, oh yeah, I have to eat dinner. I'm not going to be able to eat dinner when I'm at rehearsal because it's a 4-hour rehearsal. It goes like 6 to 10 p.m. So I was like, okay. So like I quickly like started my truck, got my truck running, and then I ran back in the house, just found something to like heat up in the microwave, and like quickly threw it in. I'm like, come on. And then I like grabbed it out, and I didn't have time to eat it. So I like brought it with me in the truck, and I'm like driving, like trying to eat all the way to Escondido, which is about a 45 minute drive. luckily I could take the express lanes because there was some heavy traffic. Otherwise it would have taken me 3 hours instead of 45 minutes to get there. Got there and then did rehearsal, and it was towards the end of rehearsal. We actually went overtime in rehearsal, so we went till like 10:30 p.m. and I still have like a 40-minute drive to get back home. You know, so I was like sitting there because you know, they were doing like some of the different scenes, and some of the scenes don't have me in it, so I was like, I like was falling asleep, and somebody's like, I hope you don't have far to drive. I'm like, huh? No, car's got autopilot. They're like, it's called cruise control, not autopilot. Oh yeah. You know, so yeah, once I got home, I still, you know, had to clean the kitchen because I didn't have time to do that before I left. And then I wanted to fulfill somebody's order from my shop because they ordered something that day, and I figured it would be good to get it out in the mail on my way home from work on Friday. So like I stayed up to put their order together. And then I went to bed at like midnight, and then I feel like I closed my eyes, and at 5:30 a.m., because that's what time I get up for school, like my alarm is going off. I'm like, no, no. You know, and then of course I still have to be like super high energy for my students, because the moment they sense she's tired, she's weak, you know, her defenses are down, you know, that's when they go crazy. But they were going crazy on Friday anyway. I don't know if it was because it was Friday the 13th and it was a full moon for us, like, I don't know, but they were all like, whoa, they're like, Mrs. Yevno, it's Friday the 13th. And I'm like, okay guys, calm down. When did you guys all turn into a pack of wild animals? They're like, oh my God, we're gonna turn into werewolves. I was like, okay, these are seniors. The freshmen were psychotic too, but like the seniors have a different level of psycho. Like it's a weird level of psycho. So yeah, so as soon as school was over, I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, okay, you know, so then I went home, and, well, no, I went to the gym, and then I went home, you know, I still had to do some yard work, and I was like, I'll rest after I finish, like, because I had to give my roses their treatment. I can't neglect my roses. So I gave my roses their like treatment for their leaves because they have rose rust right now. Actually, they're recovering from rose rust. You know, got to tend to my garden, and then I got home, back inside, hung out with the boys, you know, Wally and Loki, and had some dinner, and then passed out nice and early. So, and then early this morning at like 5 a.m., Loki's like, let's get up and have breakfast. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so, you know, things have been busy, and I'm just saying, you know, I'm just like unloading, but I'm not angry. You know, I'm not upset that I have like all these things to do, because like how freaking cool is that you know, I get to be in a couple of operas, you know, especially this Romeo and Juliet, which is going to be a big production. You know, we have costumes that they're working on, they're building the different sets, you know, for the stage. So I'm super excited, you know, and for the most part my students are, you know, pretty cool. I mean, so I mean, not complaining, I'm just like tired. And I got an email from a friend of mine who actually sent me a bunch of goodies. If you watch my look at my Instagram stories, she sent me like this huge care package, and one of the decks was about self-care, and she sent me an email and was like, I hope you're taking care of yourself over there. And I was like, I'm eating, I'm working out, I'm taking care. She's like, are you resting? I could probably do with more rest. So anyway, I want to show you like some of the decks that she got me, and then I think I want to create a spread with you guys while we're here on this very minimal time for self-care, because I know we all need it, whether we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off, or, you know, everybody needs a little bit of self-care. So I already have a spread in mind, but I thought of like creating it while we're, you know, doing stuff together. So let me show you one of the decks that she got me. She got me 4 decks. They were hers, but she had like passed off. Oh no, it was 5. But one of them is called the Sacred Self-Care Rituals 55 card Oracle deck, and this was created by Goddess Provisions, illustrated by Tatiana Verenkina. And this is freaking cool. Oh, look at the inside of the box. How cool is that? And she's sleeping. That's what I want to do more of. And here's the backs. And I love the keywords down at the bottom. So you have intuition, you have hydrate. You know, it's very practical stuff. Drink tea. I have some tea. It says, where's my hubby's glasses? Read, build strength, rest, beauty ritual. Hold on. I'm going to try to read these. Use your hands, massage. But yeah, you guys kind of get the picture here. You know, it gives you things to do when you're like, just what do I need right now? You know, it'll tell you that. So anyway, I thought this was cool. I haven't had a whole lot of time to take a look at it because I just got it yesterday and, you know, been a little busy. So today I have finally some time after my acupuncture appointment. I'm just gonna maybe chill at home. If I feel like it, I might go to the wild animal park and go say hello to all my animules. But yeah, I think I want to use this one with the spread that I want to create with you guys. So why don't you guys go find a deck that you would like to work with, and let's create a spread together. This way, by the way, this is my spread book. I have all of my spreads in here that I've created, but also that I have found online or people have posted, you know, on social media. So I want to call this the loving yourself spread. So let's call it that. So in the meantime, you guys go find a deck to use. So loving yourself. All right, that is gonna be our spread name. Okay, so I want to look into the key areas, you know, mind, body, spirit. So let's do that. So let's do mind, body, spirit. Okay, so those are going to be our 3 key areas. So I'm going to ask a very similar question for each of those key areas. And I'm just writing this down as I speak aloud, and then we'll do it together. But the first one, and let me write this down, is what is taking the majority of my mental energy? So what is taking the majority of my mental energy? That noise you hear in the background is the washer because it's time to do laundry. Oh, it sounds like it just finished. I love the music plays. It's like do 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 do. Okay. The second question for mind, how can I best nourish my mind? I best maybe nourish care for my mind or my mental state. Nourish or care my mind. And then maybe just like a message from our brain. So message from the brain. All right, and then those 3 questions are going to be very similar for each of those 3 areas. So then for body, so this is going to be, I'm just drawing like little cards. 2, 3. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to write down the numbers for the other ones. So let me see. What is taking the majority of my physical energy would be the second one. And then how can I best nourish care for my body? And then message from our body. So that would be for the body section. Okay, and then the same 3 questions kind of applied to spirit. So what is taking the majority of my spiritual energy? And how can I best nourish and care for my spirit? And message from our spirit. All right, so let's do this together. Okay, so I just have, mind, body, and spirit. And I just have, the 3 cards for each. And these are the 3 questions, obviously very similar for each of them. So it's just, I think I had this idea before I came on, obviously, for the chat today, but I was like, I think it would be nice to do a little check-in every once in a while, even if we're feeling really good, just like a little check-in, what is taking the majority of, our energy, because we're always putting our energy into different places. We have a lot of different things going on in our lives, and sometimes we don't even know that we might be burning ourselves out in a particular area because we've been doing it for so long. It's becomes like just a part of the routine. I liken it to the dude who had gone to see, our acupuncturist. Actually, he had met her first way back when he was like 16. He went for a knee problem that he had when he was a swimmer. And anyway, so flash forward. He went to see her again for his wrist. His wrist was bothering him because the type of work he does, it's very repetitive motions with his wrist. And so she started putting needles in his ankle, and he's like, "Oh no, there's nothing wrong with my ankle. It's my wrist." And she's like, "Yeah, okay," because that's how she is, and that's why I love her. So she starts putting some stuff in, or the needles in, and then after his appointment, she takes the needles out, and he goes to stand up, and all of a sudden he feels like, when you get like a nice good crack pop, when you stretch, and that's what his ankle was doing. He's like, what the? And all of a sudden his ankle felt so much more loose than it had been. He was like, I totally forgot that I had hurt it a long time ago. And it had become stiff and mostly immobile over time. And he's like, and I just got used to it to the point where I forgot that there was even an issue going on with it. He says, but now that it's like loose and got movement again, it's like, oh my gosh, that's what a real ankle is supposed to feel like. But he'd been with the pain and all of that for so long, he forgot about it. And so that's why, I say that, it'd be good to have like a spread or something where you do a little check-in with yourself, because sometimes we've been doing something for so long, we don't even see it as a problem anymore. But, obviously our mind, body, and spirit is going to see it as a problem. Okay, so I hope that you guys have a deck. I'm gonna use this deck, my brand new deck here, but I also want to use the Way Home Tarot for the other ones. So for the first 2 questions of each of the 3 sections, I'm going to use this deck, and then for the 3rd question, where it says a message from your mind, from your body, from your spirit, I'm going to be using this deck. Okay, so let's pull out those cards, and then you guys can let me know what you got. Well, you can even let me know what decks are you guys using while I pull these out. Okay, and we'll see if this tea is cool enough to drink. Not cool enough to hold, but cool enough to drink. Okay, so let's do the first section. Let's work on the mind, the first 3 cards for the mind. So, what is taking up the majority of your mental energy? How can you best nourish or care for your mental state? And a message from your mind. So let's pull those 3 cards. Okay, so what is taking up the majority of my mental energy? And you guys could do it along with me. So what is taking up the majority of my mental energy? Whoop. Looks like that's going to be the card. And how can I best nourish or care for my mind? Tangerine, what's up? This is Hey Girl, what's up? Loves, hey everyone. Boop. And Ruchi, namaskaram, how are you? And then it says, see, Jeff said Tyler Wilkins rookie autograph. Very interesting. Okay, so how to best nourish our and care for our mind. And then that last card, a message from my mind. Oh, thanks, Tangi. It says, OMG, I can't wait for get my copy of your deck from Brian. I won the other day. Oh, yay! Yeah, he's been doing some awesome giveaways. I love his like layout for his Instagram. He's so good, like visually, like with the camera and, you know, both video camera and photography. I mean, as a photographer, I like look at his stuff and I'm like, oh, I love. But yeah, he's so cool and he's so sweet. Okay, so Okay, so let's take a look. Richie says, I'm good. I love to see you spreading love. Well, thank you. So hopefully you guys have a deck. I'm just doing, I created a spread with you guys. It says, yay, his visuals are like butter. Yes, pure butter. So, you know, because I'm trying to work on my self-care during a very busy time right now. So I called this spread Loving Yourself. And we're working on the mind right now. So it's 3 questions. And Sunflower, hey! So the first question, what is taking up the majority of your mental energy? How can you best nourish or care for your mental energy or your mental state? And what is a message from your mind? So I've already pulled 3 cards for myself, but you guys can go ahead and do that or rewatch or whatever you want to do. But let's go ahead and look at my first card. So what's taking up the majority of my mental energy? And I have the 3 of Wands. Okay. So yes, I'm doing quite a bit of thinking into the future of there's a really big project that I'm working on now that probably won't really come to fruition for about a year and a half. I'm giving myself about that year and a half. And it's gonna be big. It's something that I feel really in alignment with, and I have for a while, but I have never really voiced it until you guys started voicing it during last Saturday's live chat. And that really, like, just something in my soul just went, that's it. They voiced what you've been thinking of for so long. So I've already talked to a few people about this, and I have some people that are really excited for you know, what's gonna be going on. But yeah, it's probably not going to happen for a while. And Fabiana, hello, good afternoon to you. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. I'm very excited, and I will give you guys more details when I actually start, like, really mapping out a plan, which probably won't be till you know, after the operas are done. So after October, when I can really, like, sit down and put a lot more mental energy. But a lot of my mental energy is already kind of going towards this, because as much as I'm trying to focus on, you know, the things at hand, I can't help but focus on the things that, you know, I want to do. So so Tangi's giving me a little celebration. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at different stages in our lives, I'm sure all of us have felt, you know, that feeling, you know, where it feels just so good to know, like, yes, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, that's what you're supposed to do next. We may have times where we're like, oh, I don't know if I, you know, we doubt ourselves. But for the most part, I'm like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. So it feels really good, is what I'm trying to say. And Sunflower said, lovely deck. What is it called? It is the Way Home Tarot. Tangerine said, what a great name for a book, After the Operas Are Done. Yes. That is my novel. I've been working on it, After the Operas Are Done. Okay, so yes, that's where obviously I know a lot of my mental energy is going to. So how can I best nourish or care for my mind? And we have the Hierophant. And Ruchi said, ma'am, what about your magical school? Please plan something soon. Ruchi, that is the thing. That is my plan. And I'm really excited about it. I know we were like joking about it and stuff, but that's actually something that I had been thinking about for quite some time. I just never voiced it to anyone because it's all been up here. But then when you guys started talking about it, I was like, you know, like something in me was just like, they're talking about what's in your brain. And I was like, oh. So yeah, I pulled a few cards on it. I meditated on it. I talked to a few people and everybody, there was even a stranger that I was at a store. Well, I mean, it's not like a stranger. He owns this like store in Old Town San Diego. It's called the Gum San, and he has a lot of stuff from Tibet and parts of Asia and, the Himalayas and things like that. And I was talking about, I said, yeah, during today's live chat, we were talking about I should, open a magical school. And he saw, you do. That's what you need to do. Okay, this guy doesn't know me that well. I mean, I've met him I've come into his shop several times, but like we don't get more than like a minute or two worth of talking because he has a lot of customers. So he doesn't know me that well. And so for somebody who doesn't know me that well to be like, this is what you need to do, just have like a stranger out of the blue tell me that, the day that you guys were all telling me that, I was like, oh, okay, but yeah, just the fire. I mean, I already have fire that burns inside of me, but I mean, the fire was just like, yes, 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 but I have a lot to do right now. But I always make good on my promises and I always follow through with things that I say I'm going to do. So I am going to dive deep into this and really look into it and plan it out because it's a big deal. Like to really open an online school, there's a lot of other stuff beyond just creating classes. You have to look into like the financials and you have to look into how it be set up and making sure that everything would be kosher and that it could reach a wide audience of people. And there's a lot of like technical business stuff, which good thing the dude is business savvy, that I would have to look into, and so that I have to actually put my analytical brain towards while also meshing in my woo-woo brain. Let's see. Yes, synchronicities. Tangerines. Ooh, looks like a space mushroom. That's what I thought. Oh, Lori said, yay, the school again. And Ruchi, yes, it will be true. Everyone's blessings and love is with you. Oh, thank you. And then Lori says, remember, I'll watch the familiars. Yes. Okay, so this card was how can I best nourish or care for my mind? And basically with the Hierophant, with the spaceship Hierophant, is to, actually I'm getting like a double like message with that one, is to not only keep myself open to lots of information about this, because obviously I can't go in with the I know everything, I'm gonna build a school, because I don't. Especially I've never like built a school. I work in a school, but that's about it. I mean, I do other things, but that's a adventure I've never partaken in before, creating. So I'm definitely going to have to make myself very knowledgeable in a lot of different things and a lot of different areas that are maybe not even my specialty, because I want this to actually, I want it to do well. I want it to succeed, while also making sure that I take in some of that, other dimensional energy. Could be extraterrestrial energy, could it be that galactic energy or source energy, mixture, combination of the two. So making sure that I stay with the messages so that I stay focused, I stay on track, and I'm going in the right direction, while also keeping my human self open to information so that it can be a success here on planet Earth. So yes, that's how I can best nourish and care for my mind, is just making sure that it's full of information. That way I don't go crazy like, oh my god, and what about this, and how do I do this? It'll help keep me more sane. The more knowledge you have, the more sane you are. And then the last card, what is the message from my mind? So I'm asking that squishy gray matter between my ears, what is the message? And for this one, I'm using the Sacred Self Care. Rituals deck, which was a gift. I just got it yesterday, literally. So I haven't even seen all the cards yet. But I wanted to use that for the personal message. And so it says intuition. So a message from the mind says just continue utilizing your intuition, which things are processed through this thing that's encapsulated in my skull. You know, it says continue using it because, you know, remember, the more you use it, the stronger it's going to get. And the stronger that gets, the more clear your path will be on how things should look, how things should operate and move, and who you should talk to, you know, for things that you don't maybe have a whole lot of information on. So yes, Sunflower, that is a beautiful card. I love that it has the goddess right here. And there's like multiple selves inside of her. Yeah, and that third eye is just freaking awesome. Okay, so then we move into our second part, which is the body, okay? The physical body. So the question is, and you guys could be doing this with your cards, what is taking the majority of my physical energy? Okay, the second question, how can I best nourish or care for my physical body? And the third question, a message from the body. So here we go. Oops, I have my cards upside down. Oh. Okay, so what is taking the majority of my physical energy? It's taking the majority of my physical energy. Oop, that is way too many cards, body. You better cut it down to one. All right, so there's one card. How can I best nourish or care for my body? And a message from my body. Okay. All right, and then I'll give you guys a moment to pull your cards as well. So maybe pull your card for the first one. What is taking up the majority of your physical energy? It's the right temperature now. All right. Oh, I love when it gets your chest all nice and warm. Ah. Okay. What is taking the majority? Oh, Lori says, my cards. She got the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, and the Star. Oh, was that for the body or was that for the mind? Because those are some lovely, well, I guess they'd be lovely cards, whatever you're, if it was mind or body. Take some more tea with that. Okay. Let me the ginormous moogs. Okay. So my first card, what's taking up the majority of my physical energy? Oh, it's for the first reading. So Lori got the Hierophant for the first. So what was taking up most of your mental energy possibly is the influx of information, whatever, you know, knowledge or information you are gaining, or possibly reviewing certain information, questioning information. So it looks like your mind is busy doing a lot of that. The Knight of Cups. Just working on the emotional, so like what brings like emotional happiness, you know, it gets those endorphins probably going in your brain, which, yeah, it's lovely. And then a message was the Star, that connection. I love that. It's beautiful. Okay, so my first card for what is taking up the majority of my physical energy, I got the Son of Cups, which is like your Page of Cups. So I was going to go to something within the emotional realm, but the like manifestation, like usually when you see like the Page of Cups and there's like a little fish jumping out of the cup, you know, like creation, manifestation. And I think what's taking up a lot of my physical energy is that I'm physically bringing things into reality, like, you know, working, you know, my job at the school as a teacher, you know, I'm trying to bring into reality, you know, some things for the kids, some realizations for them, you know, there's stuff I got to do on a daily basis and I got to make it happen, you know. For the opera, you know, trying to work with everybody else so that we can, you know, bring these two productions into, you know, the stage for everybody and for their enjoyment, and also so that we have a lot of fun doing it as well. So there's a lot that I'm like bringing, and with the aid of others as well too, helping to bring into reality. And Una Shi, hello. um, so yes, there's this one. So I understand that one, that the body's like, okay, you're doing a lot right now. Like you're like putting burning the candle at both ends, like burning the midnight oil. How many other, you know, idioms can we think of? um, let's see, the second one. How can I best care or nourish my body? How can I best care for or nourish my body? The Emperor. Lori says, make it happen, Captain. So, yeah, the Emperor. This is, I thought you start at 2 Eastern. Well, Una, I decided to start at 10 a.m. instead of my 10:30 a.m., which I normally do. Hey, Glitter Sunflower. Well, we have Akale Sunflower and Glitter Sunflower. But yeah, I have acupuncture at 11:30, so I have to get off at 11 here from the live chat. So I wanted to spend a good hour with you guys, which is why I started just a little bit earlier. But yes, in order to nourish my body and care for my body, we get this Emperor card, and I think I'm doing a lot of that now. You know, I haven't faltered in my workouts. I'm still, you know, working out and things like that. Ruchi said, I loved your pick a card video with the shells. Oh, thank you. So yeah, I do feel like it's good to keep myself physically strong, so that, you know, I like don't get sick and stuff like that. Plus I cleaned up my diet. You know, if I know that I'm going to be really busy, and I'm not going to have a whole lot of downtime for sleep, because I know that lack of sleep does cause a stressor in the body, which causes the rise of cortisol and other stress, you know, things, you know, popping and locking and going on inside the body, which opens the way for disease. And I don't want to get sick. So one way I do that is I just make sure that I nourish myself the best way I can through food, to kind of help with that lack of sleep. It's not good to go for a long time without a lack of sleep, because, you know, obviously no amount of good nutrition in the world is going to keep you from obviously breaking down eventually and getting sick. But, you know, for this kind of short period of time, you know, like a month ish, you know, I have been trying to enact more of this Emperor, where I have to be a lot more vigilant about what's going inside my body. You know, as much as like I want to like indulge in some treats, I'm like, not right now. Lori asked if I'm a vegetarian. I am not. It's just how my body functions. I don't actually digest plants that well. I do love plants, like spinach is my favorite. I eat spinach like all day, every day. But I don't, just, my digestive system just just has such an issue with like plant matter. It has a really hard time breaking it down. And I've even put it into like smoothie form, like through the blend tech, which basically pulverizes plant material and breaks down like the plant walls. So, you know, so that you have a better time digesting it, which I do a little bit better. It's just, I just got to do what my body needs it to do. But I do try to get a lot of vegetables in my body, for sure. Okay, so there's that card. And then the third one, the message from my body. So, no. Oh my gosh. What did I just say? I'm like not putting in my body right now. This is, my body likes chocolate the most. Me too. I love chocolate. I love dark chocolate. A sweet treat. Okay, maybe because I have cut all sugars like out of my diet right now, and all things that break down into simple sugar. Like I'm like, okay, maybe we're talking more blueberries. I can have some more blueberries. You know, sweet treat doesn't always mean I gotta have what this girl's got on her platter, which looks delicious there, chocolate cupcakes. Later, body, later. I love you. I love you. I will give you something fruity that's delicious. Oh my goodness. Una said dark chocolate is my main food. I wish it was my main food. Dude, I could make it my main food so easily. Tangerine said maybe apples covered in honey. Mm. Ooh, and we have some boysenberry honey. Like it literally does taste like the boysenberries, like where the bees got their nectar from. It's like pretty awesome. Or sorry, their pollen. Una said, I like my carbs like I like my life. Simple. That is awesome. Okay, then we have our third and final section, spirits. So we went and we looked into our mind. We looked into the body. And now we are looking into our spirit. Gotta look inside. Okay, spirit. What is taking the majority of my spiritual energy right now? My spirit's energy, my spiritual energy. So I'm gonna really shuffle the cards for this one. I don't know why I'm really gonna shuffle it for this one, but here we go. Okay. You guys are so silly. Okay, so what is taking the majority of my spiritual energy? Just checking the time, making sure we're all good. We still got like 20 minutes. We good. It's taking the majority of my spiritual energy. All right, so that's card one. How can I best nourish or care for my spirits? That is card number two. And our third and final card. What is a message from my spirit? Okay, so here we have the first card. What is taking the majority of my spiritual energy? Interesting. The Nine of Cups. You know, okay, so what I see, you know, in the regular or traditional, I'd say RWS, you usually see a dude that's like sitting like this and he's got like the 9 cups behind him and he's like, you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not doing the shaka, but he's he's pretty chill and he's like pretty proud of himself. So I think what's taking the majority of my spiritual energy is I kind of see it as all the things that I am proud of myself, you know, like reflecting on all the things that I've done, but also all the things like I gotta do, you know? So like my spirit's like, okay, you got a lot done, but you got a lot on your plate, sister. And I'm like, I do. And my body's like, you know what you wish you had a lot of on your plate? Chocolate. And my mind is like, use your intuition. So that's all three of them talking together. Sherry Bug, hey! So yes, so I think that's what's taking up the majority of my spiritual energy right now is just kind of all the things that I want to do so that I could be proud of doing them. And the second card was how can I best nourish or care for my spirit? Okay, Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is like rein it in, sweetheart. Just rein it in a little bit. You are spreading your energy like everywhere, and it's okay to just like rein it in. You know, you don't always have to be busy doing something or tapping into your spiritual energy like all the time. Like spirit needs to take a break too. Spirit's like, I want to go to sleep just as much as you. So yeah, so I'm seeing that with the four. See, Sherry Bug said, I missed it. What lovely deck is this? Oh, it's two lovely decks, actually. I am using the Way Home Tarot, and I'm using the Sacred Self-Care Rituals deck, which I actually got in a beautiful care package from one of you guys, one of my lovely subscribers who's now become a friend. You know, how long we've been talking through email? Maybe a year? Wow. But yeah, she sent me this. So I'm using both for this particular spread. And this spread I created kind of like with you guys, I guess. It's called Loving Yourself, and it's checking in with your mind, your body, and your spirit. And so it's 3 very similar questions for each. Okay. Looking back, oh, Tangerine, I love your emojis. Una said, chocolate will nourish and care for your spirit. Trust me on this one. Oh, Lori says, hey guys, what's the wrench mean next to the name? Oh, that means Sherry Bug is my moderator, or she's one of my moderators, meaning she's got the power on my channel. She has the power of the wrench or the hammer. So, you know, if we ever have anybody who's not very nice on the channel, she has the authority to like kick them off. Or I don't know. I don't know what else you could do. I guess you could do other stuff. I'm not really sure. Sherrybook said, I love the decks you show. They aren't usually the hugely popular decks. Yeah, I just kind of go with the ones I'm drawn to. I mean, I see ones that are popular, but if I'm not really into them, I'm not gonna like spend the money on it, you know, cause you know, I'm not made of money. This is Be Nice or Sherrybug will whack you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Our final card, and this one is a message from my spirit. Hello, spirit. Okay. Message from the spirit. Oh, thank you, Sunflower. Says create an altar. Oh, but I'm sitting at my altar. Actually, I'm sitting right in front of my altar. That's interesting. So I wonder what spirit's trying to say. Oh, I gotta spend more time at the altar. I've been feeling called to do more, I've been wanting to do my spell work. I've been wanting to do just at least, you know, some deep meditation at my altar, but I haven't had time. And my spirit's like, please, that's how I get my recharging. You know, you recharge your batteries by sleeping. I recharge my batteries by you tapping into me and us having some peace together. So I'm like, ah, I get it. I got you, girl. No, maybe it's me. I got you, girl. I got you. Let's see. Tanji said, okay, cool. Thanks, Sherry Bug. My alien conspiracy brain kicked in. If there was another me, I would be scared also. Or time for a new altar. And I do feel that I have to switch things up. I already bought a new altar cloth and everything. Or not really bought one, but I kind of made one. So there's a new altar cloth I want to put up. So yes, maybe it is time, you know, since I have like this weekend to finally breathe, I will maybe just, you know, take my time, work on the altar a little bit. So, okay. Nice, nice. Okay, so for those of you that had joined us a little later, which is totally fine. You guys all have lives. You know, you don't need to stop it all for little me. But if you wanted to do this spread, it was called Loving Yourself, and it's about self-care, and it's checking in with your mind, your body, and your spirit. So it's 3 cards, three similar questions, and the questions for each 3 were, what is the majority of what is taking the majority of my spiritual, mental, physical energy? How can I best nourish or care for my spiritual, mental, physical energy? And the 3rd question would be a message from your mind, your body, or your spirit. So, you know, if you're interested in doing that. Let's see, Una said, maybe you aren't drawn to it like you were because it needs a refresh. Probably. And so, yeah, well now, yes, I'm going to take some time to work on that because it does feel a little cluttered right now too. I kind of like some space. Sherry Bug said, had some lovely altar time last night with my only friend here in person who I can share this with. We have a 2-person coven. We gave each other readings through text. Oh, that's so nice. I wish, you know, I don't have any here in San Diego that, you know, I can do ritual with. I mean, I do have one of my friends, she belongs to a coven, but her coven's out in Boston. And I don't know, my friends are all over the place. And so it's just me. I have a coven of 1. Well, I guess no, Wally and Loki are invited. So, Una said, so your live is at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So yes, I am Pacific Standard Time. Normally it's at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. That's like my normal time. But today is a special occasion because I have to get off of the chat early. So I wanted to come on a half an hour earlier. Una said, sigh, I wish I had a 2-person coven. Yeah, me too. Laura said, we're at 13 people. Woo! You know, the kids were just like, they were all about their Friday the 13th yesterday. That's all they would talk about. It's Friday the 13th. It's a full moon. It's Friday the 13th. It's a full moon. A couple of the kids knew that it was a harvest moon too, which was kind of cool. Sitting here being jealous. Sherry Bug says she is about 1.5 hours away, but she is someone I've known for more than 20 years. That is awesome. So awesome. All right, so let me see. You guys give me so much energy because my energy levels have been dipping, and you know, sometimes actually most of this week and last week and everything, I've been running off of adrenaline because, you know, I've been so tired, but you know, like when I'm at school, I feel like I'm on. You know, if I have a job to do, and I take any job I do very seriously, and anything that my name is attached to, I want it to look good. I would hate for people to have a low opinion of me. So when I'm at work, I am on. You know, it doesn't matter how little sleep I got or what happened the night before. It's like those kids deserve a great teacher with a great education. They deserve to have fun in class. They deserve to have, you know, joy while learning. So I get my shizzle together and I just like suck it up, sister. And I'm like, okay, hey kids, like we're doing this today, you know, and I'm like just going with all my energy. And as soon as that final bell rings, like my head is like, boom, like on the desk. I am just like wiped out. Oh my goodness. Sherry Bug, I missed the notification because my ducks are all horny boys and we're chasing each other into the road. Oh my gosh, that is that is hilarious. Oh, I'm like imagining this. Oh my gosh. Oh, the imagery. Oh, the imagery. Una said, grandbabies will be here in an hour. Talk about having to be on. Oh my gosh. Girl. Da, da, da. Glitter said, oh my God, I want to be in your class. Well, I have freshmen and I have seniors. I have like 3 senior classes and 2 freshman classes, but yeah, they're silly. All right, so let me finish putting this. Actually, I want to keep this deck out. How many people do we have? Ooh, we have 16 people. Okay, I would not have time to pull everybody a card. But here's what I'm going to do, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll just pull everybody like 1 card, but I really don't have time because, you know, I like to talk and I like to get into your like little 1 card reading. I don't just like to be like, bam, and this is yours, and bam, this is yours, because that's like really lame. So yeah, because I do have to leave in about 10 minutes. So I am going to, I still want you guys to get a message today, and I still want to do my healing that I do at the end of my chat like I always do. Sherry Bug said, my first day of subbing, I subbed for kindergarten. I passed out at the end of the day. Kindergarten, seriously. And Tanji said, ooh, a collective. Yes. Una said, talk fast. I don't even if I was the Micro Machine Man. Do you guys remember Micro Machines? The guy that was like, and he would like talk about the Micro Machines. Oh my gosh, Micro Machines. I remember my dad had a Micro Machines birthday cake one year. But yes, we'll do a collective self-care reading. I'm going to try to do a little bit of channeling for you guys. Yes, Home Alone. Okay, a little bit more tea. I don't think I've done like a full-on channeling during any sort of live chat. I don't know. I don't know how that might go. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a try. You know, it's always good to try something. And I do have to tell you guys, gosh, I have so much to tell you. And I have to get off my chat soon. I hope this reading involves taking a nap. I'm gonna be doing that later. So let's just say that it involves taking a nap. It isn't a teacup, it's a tea cauldron. You like my tea cauldron? It says I can and I will. This was it $4? Yeah, it was $4 at Target for this massive cauldron. Okay. So, just like quickly on the self-care thing, whenever, and I have found this out, whenever I, or at least for me, but it might be for you guys too, whenever I feel like I'm running myself ragged, where I'm like so tired, like your eyeballs are burning because they're so tired, like you just, your eyelashes feel tired, like everything on you just is like exhausted. Love a mug with a nice big handle, yes. And I know that when I'm tired like that, my spiritual defenses are down, you know, which is, I try not to let them be down like that. So that's why I try to at least get enough sleep. I try, or, you know, I try eating a little more, a little more strict, you know, that the way that's good for me. But I had, you know, I was just so tired after I came home on Thursday night, you know, and I was putting together that person's package, you know, and I was blah, 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 blah. And I was trying to do the dishes before I went to bed. And normally when I'm hit with a lot of really big spiritual energy, I start seeing like a flash out of my right eye. Like it'll just be in the corner. It'll look like a disco light or something, or a strobe light. It's like this flashing light. It's just usually letting me know that there's like a lot of energy, and I just have to just be very mindful of my own energy and the energy that's coming in. However, I have never seen a flash going out of my left eye. And so I was doing the dishes, and I could have sworn, like backtrack, you know, so let's go a little bit of a flashback. Flashback to where we were doing rehearsal. It's in an Episcopal church, you know, because that's like the biggest space that we have right now, because this stage is getting built for, or at least the set is getting built on the stage, you know, for our performance. We can't use that place yet, the Performing Arts Center. So I was taking a break because it wasn't our scene, and I was like leaning up against the pew, and I could feel somebody's like grabbing me like that. Like I could feel them in my shoulder blade, like their fingers. Like I could feel, and I was like, what the? And I was like, nobody had permission to touch me, like physical or spiritual. So I'm like looking around, and I'm like trying so hard to like keep my defenses up, but I was also really tired, and I like started to fall asleep, and I was like, no, no, no. You know, but yeah, I could feel this, and I thought that was a little odd, because normally things don't touch me because I don't let them touch me. I get home doing the dishes, and I kept feeling this like gust of cold energy. Yeah, no touchy touchy, like coming towards me. And it didn't feel pleasant. And I was just like, come on, dude. I was like, really? And in my mind's eye, I'm starting to see things that aren't that nice. And I was just like, for real though. And I said it out loud, and I was like, whatever I was washing, I had in my hands, it was like a spatula. And I was like, dude, like what the F? I'm tired. I just want to go to bed. I said, you want to do your little spooky? I was like, go do that on somebody else. I ain't got time for whatever you're trying to do or talk to me or whatever there is. I was like, I ain't got time for you. So if you're trying to scare me, it's not working. Number one, you're just pissing me off. And I was like, I'm tired. So I called in. I work with Jesus, Shiva, and Ganesh. Like they all work together, and whenever I need to clear a space quick, I call them in. I was like, dude, could you homies just like clear the space, because I ain't got time. I gotta do the dishes. I just want to go to bed. I don't have time for other dimensional beings right now. So then all of a sudden it was out of this eye. It wasn't the stroby white flashy light like I normally see when there's a lot of energy. It was a like heavy black flashing light. And I was just like, what the? And I looked around, and Loki was freaked out. Loki was like, and Wally didn't care. Wally was like falling asleep like near my leg, but Loki was like jumping at like every like little noise that was happening around the house. Loki was like, oh, oh, oh. So like Loki was freaking out. I was like, God, Jesus. I was like, no, yeah, Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. Okay, Jesus, Shiva Ganesh, you clear this place. So finally, it felt like it had died down as quickly as it came, but I was just like, really? So just wanted to put that out there that, yeah, whenever your defenses are down, just be very mindful, because other things like to prey on that, not just like ailments, but like things that are like crappy. Okay, let me go back to what you guys were saying. A sharebug said, no doubt spirits need to keep their paws to themselves. Seriously. Una said, personal space there, spirit. Visualizing Tara cussing out the spirit, waving a spatula. That was me. Una said, there's a scary movie. It would last 5 minutes. I'm too tired for your foolishness. The end. That would be me. It would be, you know, like the Scream movies, you know, where the phone's ringing and the girl picks up the phone and she's like, hello? And then it's like, I know what you did last summer. I'd be like, cool. Don't care. Goodbye. Not interested in whatever it is you're buying or selling. What did you do last summer? Yeah, I ain't got time. Let me see. Sunflower, I got to dish out the dinner I enjoyed this live. Bye. Oh, well, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna spend 5 more minutes. Then I gotta go. Tangerine said, yeah, I'd be like, are you single? That's awesome. Okay, so here is our collective message. I'm gonna pull from the self-care deck. So this is your collective self-care for all of us in here. Shortest scary movie ever made. I know, it's all dun 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 dun, the end. Opening scene, then credits. All right, actually that scary movie would probably fit in with the attention span of many of my students. They'd be like, wow, it was a great movie. Okay, so our collective self-care. So this is just generally for us. What can we do this weekend for us? I'm gonna pull 3 cards. 1, 2. So this will be like a suggestion for maybe all of us to try this weekend at any point, because I know we're all in different time zones. So we got intuition, take a bath, watch a movie. So, I mean, gosh, I love this deck because it's so straightforward. So, hopefully, you guys can add this to your list of self-care items. Not your to-do list, but let's call it your self-care list. Try to fit in a bath. And if you don't have a bathtub, I would say take a nice shower. You know, if you want to use some of your nicer smelling soaps, or you want to go out and, you know, they have for like $1 or $2, like really nice body scrub, you know, anything to make it smell nice. You want to burn a couple of candles for your shower, you want to, or your bath, you know, you want to set out some nice stones for yourself. You want to, like, whatever would make that act of just not only washing your body, but taking care of yourself, and maybe also visualizing just all that gunk, that energetic gunk, just like washing off your body. Yes, playing some nice music, Sherry Bug, during your shower. You know, usually I like to play, oh my gosh, my brain just went blank. Enigma. Yes, I like to play Enigma. And the dude heard me one time. I was taking a bath. He came in. He's like, are you playing Enigma? I was like, yeah. He's like, why are you playing booty music? I was like, it is not booty music. He says, yes, it is. It's get it on music. I'm like, maybe for you, it's get it on music. This is I'm taking care of me music. He's like, no, I'm pretty sure that's get it on music. He's like, are you trying to hint something? I'm like, I'm trying to take a bath. But yes, you can play some nice music. Let look through. Una says, grab a spatula, get ready to swat at spirits, then take a nice bath. Yes. um, Enigma is great. I love Lorena McKennitt for special baths. Ooh. So yeah, take a special bath. Just use your intuition, or special shower. Maybe take a little longer than you normally do. Like normally my showers are well under 10 minutes. But if I'm gonna prolong it, like for a bath, I'm in there for like half an hour. A shower, I usually don't want the water running for half an hour. So I might take like a 15-minute shower, but the whole time I'm very focused on myself, my body, my energy, everything that I'm using. I make sure it's like the really nice smelly stuff. I got nice music playing. I lower the lights for a little bit of mood. Sunita, hello. So yeah, just make the environment really nice, and then maybe watch a movie. You could watch something free on Amazon Prime. You guys could look at your Netflix list. You can, I have Hulu for free through my cell phone provider, which is kind of nice. So I might watch a movie off of Hulu. You got YouTube here. You can watch something on YouTube. Ooh, watch something while taking a bath, but not dropping your phone in the water, because that would suck. But if you can, maybe watch something while you're taking a bath. Yeah, so try to do this weekend. This is a message for all of us. It's gonna help recharge our batteries in some way. Ooh, scented candles, yes. Tangerine, why is there no spatula emoji? That's a good question. They're missing a lot of really good emojis. Also, Laboratorium Pisney. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, yes. Okay. I'm going to send you guys off with a little bit of, some energy. I wanted to do a channeling, but I don't have time now. Now I gotta go. So I thank you guys for coming on this very short live chat. Like I said, I came on half an hour earlier just because I wanted to spend more time with you guys. But yeah, I gotta go off to acupuncture now. I gotta continue practicing that self-care. So if you want to stay for some energy, I send you a little bit of energy healing. You can stay, you don't have to. Tangerine said, thank you, hugs to all, and have a great day. You too. Be safe, everyone. And Tara, thank you, Lori. And the dude comes back on Wednesday, so he'll have been gone for 2 weeks, but he'll be back on Wednesday. You're very welcome, Glitter. So it'll be nice to have the dude back. But yeah, if you want to receive the healing, you can just mentally say, I'm open to healing. You can verbally say it. You could say it in the comments here. But I'm just going to send you guys love for yourself. So loving energy. I want your bodies to be filled with that loving feeling for yourselves. So I'm going to send that. That's my focus this time. Thank you, Sherry Bug. And if you want the healing to go to somebody else, you can also put that intention in as well. But you don't have to receive the healing. That is totally up to you and not going to hurt my feelings in any way. Thank you, Lori. So thank you to everybody who popped in today. And yeah, so here we go. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to use your intuition and take yourself a nice self-care bath. Watch a movie, watch some YouTube, have yourself a nice weekend. Make sure to incorporate that in. There's a lot of things on your to-do list, but making at least a little bit of time for yourself is going to make all the difference. I promise, because I'm also talking to me and it does make a difference. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Have an awesome Sunday, and I hope you guys have a really sweet week next week. Thank you, Tanji. Thank you so much for coming. Bye, everybody. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.